Prop firm challenges fail for two reasons. You hit the daily drawdown limit or you breach the overall loss limit. Either one ends your challenge on the spot. So the indicator you use under that pressure matters more than most traders think. Not every indicator is built for this environment. For an indicator to actually help you pass a challenge, it needs to tick a few boxes. Non-repainting. What you see is what you get. Minimal signal lag. Fires in time to take the trade. Clean entry signals. No chart spam. Defined stop loss. Every trade has a clear exit. Built-in take profits or trailing logic. Trade management baked in. Works on intraday timeframes, where most challenges play out, and alert compatible, so you are not glued to the screen. Today, we are ranking 4 TradingView indicators against exactly those criteria, lowest score to highest. Each one scored across 6 aspects: originality, usefulness, visualization, customization, logic, and prop firm fit. Let's start with number 4. Pinbar MTF, created by Maxwell's, is a price action indicator built around the pin bar reversal pattern. It looks for candles with a long wick and a small body, then filters those candidates through 3 additional checks before printing a signal. The detection logic compares the wick length against the total candle range using a body percentage threshold. By default, that threshold is 72%, meaning the wick has to make up at least 72% of the candle for the bar to qualify. From there, the indicator runs 3 filters. A swing filter that requires the pin bar to be a confirmed swing, high or low, across a configurable number of surrounding candles. An ATR filter that ensures the pin bar's range is at least equal to the current ATR. And an optional RSI filter that blocks counter trend signals at extreme momentum levels. When all the filters pass, the indicator marks the pin bar with a triangle, draws a stop loss either at 1 ATR below the candle low or at a fixed pip distance, and projects a take profit at a configurable risk-reward ratio. It can act as a standalone tool given the depth of its filtering, but most traders would benefit from pairing it with a higher timeframe trend bias to avoid catching pin bars against dominant momentum. The non-repainting implementation is solid. Signals lock in once they appear and do not change, and the lag is just 1 bar, the same as any closed bar indicator. On entry timing, it is genuinely competitive with the others in this video. The honest limitation is signal frequency. The triple filter system is strict, and on calmer days you will get very few signals, sometimes none at all. For prop firm traders with minimum trading day requirements, that is worth knowing upfront. Pinbar MTF is a clean, disciplined pin bar tool with proper risk lines drawn in. The triple filter system genuinely improves signal quality over a raw pin bar detector, but the strict filtering means quiet sessions will sometimes leave you watching the chart with nothing to trade. Supreme Buy Sell by Chaitu 50 cents takes a completely different approach. Instead of pattern detection, it watches for 2 consecutive candles in the same direction, followed by a breakout beyond the previous candle's extreme. That structural continuation pattern is the entire signal logic, and the indicator is built around it with some of the cleanest discipline of any tool in this video. A bullish signal requires 2 consecutive green candles, where the current candle closes above the previous candle's high. A bearish signal mirrors that, 2 consecutive red candles, where the current candle closes below the previous candle's low. Signals are restricted within the same trading day, with a full reset at the start of every new session. That alone is a feature most indicators ignore entirely, and it lines up well with how prop firm challenges are evaluated daily. There is a single signal mode that prevents repeated signals in the same direction until an opposite signal forms, and a body breakout unlock mode that requires structural invalidation before the same direction can fire again. The dynamic stop loss draws at either the signal candle's extreme or at the highest high or lowest low of all candles involved in the setup, your choice, and the line extends bar by bar until price closes beyond it. It works best as a standalone signal source on intraday charts, where the session reset behavior is most useful. As a confirmation tool, it is less practical because the signal logic is so specific, but if it does line up with another system's approach, it can add extra conviction to a trade. The honest gap is the lack of a take profit. The indicator gives you a stop-loss line, and that is it. For prop firm traders, that means you have to manage your own targets, which is workable but adds a layer of manual decision-making. Supreme Buy-Sell has the most thoughtful signal logic of any free indicator in this group, with proper session awareness and lock-unlock mechanics that actively protect against overtrading. The missing take profit is the main trade-off, and the narrow signal definition means it will sometimes sit quiet for extended periods. Reversal detection with dynamic stops, created by NPR21, is built around AGA-IG pivot detection integrated with ATR-based supply and demand zones, and a partial take profit feature. This tool might be very good for prop challenge trading. Is it? Let's break it down. The signal engine uses N-bar pivot confirmation. With the default lookback of 2, a pivot high or pivot low needs 2 bars of confirmation on each side before it locks in. When a pivot low confirms, the indicator fires a bullish reversal. When a pivot high confirms, it fires a bearish reversal. Entry price is set at the close of the pivot bar itself, and ATR at the reversal bar drives the stop loss and 3 take profits. The stop and 3 take profit levels are all based on ATR, spreading out from tight to wide. That spread gives prop firm traders genuine flexibility on partial exits, scaling out at TP1 to lock in some profit while letting the rest run. The indicator also draws ATR-based supply and demand zones in the background, which adds structural context without being part of the signal logic itself. Trades auto-mitigate when either TP3 or the stop is hit, and a new reversal in the opposite direction will replace any active trade. There is a confirmed only signal mode and an optional preview mode that flags forming pivots in real time, clearly marked so you do not confuse them with confirmed signals. It can run as a standalone system because the trade management is fully baked in. As a confirmation tool, the reversal signals also pair well with higher time frame trend bias filters. The real limitation is lag. Because pivots need 2 bars of confirmation, the entry is locked at the close of a bar that already happened 2 bars ago. By the time you can act, price has moved beyond the entry price the indicator displays, which means real entries will never match the chart entry exactly. By the time you can act, price has already moved past the entry price the indicator displays, and that gap matters on any time frame. Reversal detection with dynamic stops is a well-built indicator with proper multi-target trade management, supply-demand context, and 7 different alert types. The 2-bar pivot confirmation lag is the honest ceiling on its practical edge, and that is what keeps it out of the top spot. And the top spot goes to Quantum Ribbon Light by Trendline Project. Quick disclosure before we get into it. This is our own indicator, scored on exactly the same criteria as the others. You can decide if I'm being fair. QR Light is a trend-following indicator built on a 5-layer EMA ribbon system, with signals filtered through a confidence engine and a market regime detector. The core signal fires when multiple conditions align at the same time. The fast EMA has to be above the slow EMA, momentum needs to be strong, volume has to be above average, and the ribbon needs to confirm the direction. On top of that, the market regime has to read as trending rather than ranging, and a confidence score has to clear a minimum threshold. The confidence score pulls from ribbon alignment, market regime, momentum consistency, and volume. When all of those line up in a strong trend with active volume, the score is high and you get a signal. Entry, stop loss, and take profit lines are drawn at signal time. The stop is ATR, based with 3 preset distances, tight, normal, or wide. The target is locked at a configurable risk-reward, defaulting to 2R. There is a built-in stats table showing ribbon state, current trade status, win-loss count, win rate, and live profit and loss. Signals fire on the closed bar, so the indicator is genuinely non-repainting, with 0 structural lag. It works as a standalone system for trend trading, where the multi-layer confidence filter does most of the heavy lifting. As a confirmation tool, the ribbon state alone is useful for any trend-following strategy, regardless of which entry signal you are using. The honest limitation is that QR Lite is, by design, a beginner version of a more complete tool. There is no session filter, no range filter, no partial take profit, no dynamic support and resistance. For prop firm trading specifically, those features make a real difference. Session filters keep you out of dead volatility windows where signals are unreliable. A range filter skips the chop where most challenge accounts die. Partial take profits let you bank progress toward the daily target without closing the whole trade. Dynamic support and resistance gives you tighter, more contextual exits than a flat ATR stop. QR Lite was not designed with prop firm trading in mind, and in theory you could add all of those missing parts separately using other scripts. But if you want them all in one place, integrated and producing signals based on your workflow, that is exactly what we built into Quantum Ribbon Pro version 2.2. Link is in the description. QR Lite hits zero structural lag, clean signal discipline, and a genuinely thoughtful confidence engine that filters out the worst of the chop. The single take profit and lack of session awareness are the real ceilings on its prop firm performance. The honest takeaway is that no indicator on TradingView is going to pass a prop firm challenge for you. What they can do is reduce your decision load and keep your risk defined, so you stop blowing accounts on the same mistakes everyone makes. If you want to see more TradingView indicators, check this video where we reviewed 3 SMC tools and explained all the differences.